Going back to sexual dysfunction, all right? I get a lot of people that go, now hold on. I'm a 35-year-old woman, and shouldn't I be in my sexual peak? Doesn't a woman's peak or sexuality peak at age 30? All right, no, it doesn't. This whole sexual peak thing is a fallacy. And let me kind of explain it to you, okay? Men's sexual peak supposedly is at 18. A woman's sexual peak is actually when she's about 15, 16. Ladies, if you go back to high school days, when were you the most horny? I was the most horny between geography and calculus. I remember that, all right? High school time was when people are the most, I guess, enamored and their hormones are raging. And if you think about it, in caveman times, most women already were pregnant and had babies by the time they were 15, 16. The reason why this age 30 came about is because that's when a woman knew what she needed to be sexually fulfilled. A 30-year-old woman knows a hell of a lot more than a 15-year-old girl. So when a woman has sex in her 30s, she's a lot more fulfilled. All right. A lot of these girls, when they're 15, 16, they're 16, 17-year-old male counterparts. I mean, unless they, don't mind about the age and they have sex with a 13-year-old boy. I don't know. But these boys, they don't know what they're doing. So obviously these girls aren't enjoying sex when they're having it at 15, 16. A lot of these girls are doing it because of peer pressure, or we don't know why they're doing it. I think they're stupid. Don't be having sex when you're 15, 16. That's too young. But a 30-year-old woman, by then, she knows what needs to be done. So for all of you going, wait a second, I should be in my sexual peak. Why is my sex drive down when I'm in my 30s? That's why. Okay, your sexual peak was when you were in high school. Now, why is it that sex drive goes down when women are in their 30s? Now, I know we had Dr. Joe Rojas on, and we talked a little bit about that. And my theory is the Darwinian theory, okay? It's survival of the fittest. If a woman in her 30s has already had a couple kids, once you start reaching that advanced maternal age number, which is 35, I hated that. Are you advanced maternal age? No, I'm 35. You call me 35 years old. You don't call me advanced maternal age. What are you doing here? Well, at that advanced maternal age, that's a big number in the gynecological and OB realm, because if a woman is pregnant over age 35, there's higher risk of complications of the pregnancy or higher risk of birth defects like Down syndrome. So what you start seeing in nature is a woman in her 30s, a lot of times her sex drive goes down. Well, that's to prohibit her or the animal from wanting sex. All right. Now, the male species, they can have sex all the way through. I mean, what was it? Charlie Chaplin had kids when he was in his 90s. So for a male, you don't really see that inhibition as much. But for a female, a lot of times after a couple kids or when they're in their 30s, their sex drive plummets. And it's, to me, the Darwinian selection theory. It's just if the babies have a higher risk of becoming abnormal or deformed or whatnot, there's not going to be as much of a drive to get pregnant as you have the drive when you're 15, 16. I love